Carrington Cardinal basketball is brought to you by Gar Dental, Central City Lumber, CHI, St. Alexius Carrington Medical Clinic, Professional Eye Care Centers, Carrington Drug, Headlocks, Arrowwood Prairie Co-op, Beckett Insurance, Sendak, Bassett Motors, Bank Forward in Carrington, High Plains Equipment, Carrington Dental Care, Leading Edge Equipment, Dakota Central, Old National Bank, DJ's Home Center, Evans Funeral Home, Farmers Union Insurance, Randy Huey Agent, Retzlaff Seed and Supply, Napa Auto Parts, Jamestown Regional Medical Center, the Carrington Healthy Communities Coalition, Central Pharmacy, Central City H2O Plus, and Summit Physical Therapy. Now, Carrington Cardinal basketball.
We welcome you inside the East Gymnasium of Carrington High School, where tonight the Carrington Holiday Shootout Day 1 concludes with the home team, the Carrington Cardinals, taking on the Nedrose Cardinals. Happy to have you with us tonight. Mike Side, Vinny Rappel, BJ Walters with you, and these two teams come in a combined 1-5 on the year. Nedrose off of a 63-47 loss to Standing Rock. Carrington off a 60-56 loss to St. John. Vinny, you were here for it. I was not. What were your takeaways from a game where Carrington led by 11 and let it get away?
I think Carrington got off to a good start, and they were able to make a lot of good plays happen. They were able to make a couple three-pointers. That was good for their first game of them being able to hit threes, and they just weren't able to hold it up defensively against St. John in the end.
Maddox McAloney, a season-high 25 points.
Right, he really got started in the second quarter as he was able to hit, I think he hit like 10 points straight for Carrington, and then he was just able to go on a run from there. He was able to knock a couple of threes down, and he was really all over the floor on defense as well.
This is a basketball game that we don't think will be pretty. Not in the way that the girls' game was kind of a grinder. This is a Nedrose team that if they turn it over 20 times, they're fine with it as long as you turn it over 25 times.
Right, Nedrose is going to have to they're going to be a good defensive team. They're going to try to stop Carrington as much as they can and make Carrington take a lot of contested shots, and Carrington's just got to find a way to overcome that.
This was not competitive. If you remember last year, Carrington won the game by 35 points. It was their first Mercy Rule win in 2 years, a season ago. It's Carrington and Nedrose coming up. When we come back, we'll take a look at what else is going on, including number 1 versus number 2, but it has lost a lot of luster today. We'll make sense of what I just said when Cardinal basketball continues in a moment.
Gar Dental in Carrington has your smile on the mind. Gar Dental specializes in orthodontics, cosmetic dentistry, teeth whitening, dental crowns and bridges, dental veneers, dental implants, general and family dentistry, root canals, clear aligner orthodontics, sedation dentistry, dentures, lasers, TMJ therapy, and wisdom teeth removal. Call Gar Dental today for family dentistry and beyond. Gar Dental in Carrington, 701-652-2300. Gar Dental was
your first car. It may have been a fixer-upper, but you treated it right. It was your own. That's how Showplace Cabinetry approaches each crafted piece. We deliver it to you with care because it's our own. Central City Lumber can help you choose the design of your dreams. Give them a test drive. This American-made cabinetry is adaptable to your unique style and built with pride. Every single piece is back for a lifetime. Bet you wish you had that deal on your car. Stop in at Central City Lumber of Carrington and let's build a beautiful kitchen or bath that really turns heads.
Carrington and Nedrose coming up for you very shortly, but right now let's take a look at the polls, which I'm telling you right now, this is not going to look the same 6 weeks from now. It's just not. Devils Lake number 1, Beulah number 2, Kindred 3. Keep your eye on Wahpeton. They blew out Four Winds Minnewacan by 20 2 weeks ago. Keep your eye on Jeff Ralph's Huskies. And Central Cass, I think Matt Norman's got a good team this year as well. Four Winds Minnewacan, Shiloh Christian, Killdeer, all receiving votes. Tonight's schedule, Four Winds Minnewacan in Minot, comfortably ahead of Dickinson Trinity. I was listening to that game in between our games. they were keeping it between 11 and 16 points. That's where the lead was for most of it. And Morel Dang is a baller. I mean, he just is. You've seen him.
Yes, I really have, and he's definitely all-around athlete. He's able to play well on defense. He can score, he can pass, he can do it all.
Devils Lake and Beulah are the final game in Minot tonight. Devils Lake has no chance in that game, and it has nothing to do with how good they usually are. The Palmer boys are gone for 6 weeks. We now know that. That's been confirmed by multiple outlets. You can go do your own research as to why, but the Palmer boys are gone for 6 weeks. Vinny, how wide open does that make it in Region 2 and in Class A?
I think now it makes it anyone's game. Anyone can have a good week, anyone can have a bad week, and now I think it's definitely going to be a big jumble of teams that are all up there. Anyone could be up there in a few weeks.
Devils Lake's loss might be 4 wins Minnewacan's gain.
It might be. They're going to have to figure out who's going to replace them and how they're going to run their new offense and how they're going to be able to make it blend in with what they're usually used to.
You say 6 weeks out is February 10th?
Correct.
That's a lot of basketball that the Palmer boys aren't going to be there for. And again, if you're wondering what's going on, you can do your own research. What you read, no matter how shocked you may be by it, is true. I can confirm it. Vinny can confirm it. Our guy, Joseph Hill in Devils Lake, can confirm it. And if I had Big's number, he'd be able to confirm it too. So, they're without the Palmer boys for a good chunk of this season. Well, Cardinal head coach Randy Huey is still searching for his first career win, and the former 2-year assistant under Jason Otto will join us next when Cardinal basketball continues in a moment.
Life is about moments, big or small, joyful or challenging. At Carrington Health Center, we believe everyone in our community deserves compassionate care close to home, so you can focus on enjoying those moments surrounded by the people you love. At our facility, we put the care in
physical therapy,
radiology,
the acute care clinic.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
The Cardinal is AM 1600 KDAK, Carrington, and FM 100.1 K261EW, Carrington. Locally owned and operated by I3G Media.
Back in Carrington, it's the Cardinals and Nedrose coming up, and we're joined by Carrington head coach Randy Huey. And all right, a nice little break, and now it ramps up for you guys a little bit this week, but then a lot next week. What have you made of it so far?
Yeah, we had a nice little break. It would have been nice to come into it with a win there against St. John's, but, we didn't. So we had a nice break. We came back on Saturday and had practice Saturday and Sunday, and, excited to get back on the court and hopefully redeem ourselves.
So there's 2 ways to look at last Monday's game. You blew an 11-point lead. Oh, my goodness, how could that possibly happen? But the 11-point lead was the largest you guys have had this year. So what went well to get you to that point?
Taking care of the ball. When we turned it over, we struggled mightily, and so if we can take care of the ball tonight, I think we can continue to compound that. I mean, the ball finally went through the hoop a little bit. Maddox had a really nice game offensively, career high, and if we can get Talon going and Alec going again a little bit, I think we could have a pretty good run here.
It came maybe as a bit of a pleasant surprise that you were able to be as efficient as you were offensively, considering that's the first time you've seen zone this year.
Yeah, exactly right. I'd mentioned to Kyle in the interview post game that the night before was the first time we even looked at going through anything with the zone, and it was really nice to see the kids be able to put it from that night into the next day and execute. We executed really well, and hopefully we can maintain that. And today we're not looking at seeing probably much zone, but tomorrow we probably will. And so we're just looking forward to getting back on the court and hopefully execute a little bit better than we have been prior to Christmas. So
it's Nedrose tonight, and you look at their their numbers, and they're a scrappy little team, but they're a scrappy little team with a 6'5" sophomore in the middle. How much of a challenge does this team pose to you guys?
Yeah, and a little bit. So they like to play, watching film, games get a little chaotic of theirs, and we can't feed into that. We can't make it open gym. If it's open gym, it's going to look a lot like when we're turning the ball over a lot against St. John, and it's going to be an ugly game. And, but I think if we can control the ball, control the tempo, we can slowly chip away at it and hopefully come with a win.
Alec has had now back-to-back games in double-figure scoring. He figures to be very important tonight because they have the big kid in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully he becomes a little more selfish with the ball and looks to attack a little more on his own and become more aggressive. We talked about that yesterday in practice, that he needs to be a little more selfish with the ball. And I think, defensively, that sophomore kid, he's a sophomore, he's not quite built like Alec as well. So hopefully we can D him up and we can play a little physical, and Alec would definitely do that.
Talon is a guy that can get a lot of shots up in volume, and if the ball's not going in, he may pass up an open one or two. Where is his confidence at, and how much do you have to kind of play psychologist right now?
Yeah, I think, he's kind of down in the dumps a little bit there, but, yesterday and Saturday, he seemed to be pretty good. We joked around a little bit. I asked him, I said, hey, did you get to church this week and pray, that the shots fall? I think he's getting some confidence. He had a couple shots finally fall against St. John, and, he attacked the hoop a lot harder against St. John as well, didn't settle for three-pointers. And I think a big key for him is going to be able to get to that free throw line consistently and hopefully knock down some of those too to keep building upon it.
Well, Coach, have some fun out there and good luck.
All right, thanks, BJ.
That's Cardinal head coach Randy Huey joining us, and the Bassett Motors starting lineups are next when Cardinal basketball continues in a moment.
Carrington Drug, your independently owned Good Neighbor pharmacy, salutes caregivers everywhere. The ones who aid an aging parent or nurturing a sick child. The fact is, we are all caregivers at different times, and your community pharmacist is ready to go above and beyond to support you with encouragement and guidance, good times and bad. Visit with Matt Paulson and his expert staff at Carrington Drug, 415 Main Street in Carrington, caring for you and our community.
The fun is always on tap. I'm heading to Headlocks. Headlocks. Headlocks.
Head on over to Headlocks of Carrington for some great deals after the Cardinals game. If you and your friends come in sporting any Cardinals gear, you'll not only receive the friendliest service around, but also special discounts. Ask for more details and visit us on Facebook for all of our happenings.
The fun is always on tap. I'm heading to Headlocks. Headlocks. Headlocks.
Headlocks, Carrington, North Dakota.
Back in Carrington, it's the Cardinals and Nedrose coming up, and it's time for tonight's Bassett Motors starting lineups. Bassett Motors has a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. The sales crew offers friendly personal service. Bassett Motors, where our customers send their friends. Call today, 652-2955. First, for Coach Brock Zietz and the Nedrose Cardinals, he will start at one guard, a 5'11 sophomore, Jaden Willis. 9 points, 3 rebounds, but get this, 7 assists per game through 3 games. He really distributes the basketball. Another guard, 5'11 sophomore, Brixton Burkhardt. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists per game. The third guard is 5'10 senior Caleb Egan. 9 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists per game. David Hayes, a 5'10 senior guard, gets a start. 7.7 points, 3.3 rebounds per game. And here's the big man, 6'5 senior forward, Derek Heinert. Listen to these numbers. He shoots 52% from the field. He averages 9 points and 12 rebounds per game for Brixton Burkhardt for Nedrose, led by Coach Brock Zietz. They come in 1 and 2. The Cardinals line it up this way. At a guard, a 6'3 junior, Ewan Aberle scored his first 4 career points against St. John. At another guard, a 6'4 junior, Talon Merring, 7 points, 3 rebounds, and almost 4 assists per game. At one forward, 6'1 senior Tate Wolski, 7.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, an assist and a half per ball game. The other forward is the 6'4 senior Maddox McAloney, coming off a career high 25. He's averaging 15 points to go with 5 boards and 2 assists per game. And The big man in the middle, 6'5" junior Alec Threadgold, 9.5 points, almost 5 rebounds per game for first-year head coach Randy Huey, assisted by Brett McAloney and John Otis. All right, Vinny, let's get some keys to the game.
I think for Carrington, I think they're going to have to keep building off what they did last week. They were able to distribute the ball a lot more, and all around, all 5 players were able to score a little bit. And I think if they continue to do that, they'll be successful. And I think for Nedrose, what they got to do is they got to try to do the exact opposite. Stop Carrington from distributing the ball and make them put up contested shots, and I think they're going to be just fine.
This feels like a game that the tempo is going to be very, very high in.
I definitely agree, and I think it's going to be could be a close one. I think there might be a lot more takeaways. It might not be the prettiest of games, but I think it's going to be interesting.
Certainly will, and the Cardinals will come right back tomorrow at 12:30 and take on the Wolves of Watford City. We're on the air at 12:15, but keep in mind, because the JV game is in this gym, Vinny will have the JV game for you at 11 a.m. on the YouTube channel. One final break, and when we come back, the opening tip between Carrington and Nedrose when Cardinal basketball continues in a moment.
There's no community like a Cenex community. That's why every Cenex store is proud to serve theirs by supporting local athletic teams, promoting the arts, and making sure each store is a place its neighbors can find what they need, catch up with their friends, and stay connected. It's also why we give back, helping to make the wonderful places we call home the best they can be. The store next door, powered locally at Cenex.
Visit your local Arrowwood Prairie Co-op in Carrington, Wimbledon, Cooperstown, and Sutton.
When you're thinking about insurance, think of Bickett Insurance. Bickett Insurance, through our partnership with Auto Owners Insurance, can take care of your farm, home, auto, business, or life insurance needs. The agents at Bickett Insurance have over 115 years of insurance experience. We know how to design policies to protect the things important to you. Give Bickett Insurance a call today.
Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency. Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency.
Here at Sendak Cooperative, we're here to provide you with all the products and services you've come to rely on for your farm operation. Please give us a call for all your fertilizer, seed, energy, and fuel needs for this year's growing season, and let us help you with all your grain marketing decisions. You can contact us today at any of our locations in Central North Dakota or visit us on the web at sendakcooperative.com. Sendak Cooperative, helping farm owners grow and succeed today and into the future.
Bassett Motors, where our customers send their friends.
Hi, this is James at Bassett Motors. Let's test drive a new Chevrolet together. Stack up the savings with discounts and rebates combined with 0% financing for the lowest payments of the year. See us online at BassettMotors.com or call us 701-652-2955. Or better yet, stop in and see our wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
Where our customers send their friends.
Well, a change to that lineup, Vinny. Ewan Aberly is ill, so Hayden Hoggle gets the start. 6'2" sophomore forward, still looking for his first career varsity point.
Right, he's definitely going to have a great opportunity tonight to make that a difference, and we'll see if he's able to score his first few points.
Cardinals are in cardinal red as the visitors on the scoreboard with the white numbers. Nedrose in white with black numbers outlined in red. Nedrose from left to right, Carrington from right to left. Happy to have you with us on KDAK FM 100.1 AM 1600 The Cardinal, all around the world at newsdakota.com, on the KDAK The Cardinal mobile app by asking your smart speaker to open KDAK The Cardinal, and on the KDAK The Cardinal YouTube channel. If you can't find us, it's your own fault. Jumping center will be Derek Heinert and Maddox McAloney. We hope you enjoy it tonight from the East Gym. The opening tip controlled by Nedrose, and here we go. Jaden Willis on the left against a man-to-man. Willis dribbles in and hands it. Driving right, Hayes with a floater. Short rebound for Maddox McAloney. Numbers the other way. The pass deflected behind a wide open Hayden Hoggle, who would have had a layup. We've played 17 seconds. Wolski triggering the inbound, does deep to Threadgold against a man-to-man. Right side Hoggle down to McAloney. Fades, jumper. Couldn't get it to go off two ops on the rim. Rebound, Caleb Egan. At the other end, Willis a three. He's got it. Jaden Willis opens the scoring, 3-0 Nedrose. Here is Talon Mehring. Going left side, it's Threadgold holding and leaving for McAloney. Up top, Talon Mehring around an elevator screen, turns down the three. Here's Hoggle, down to Threadgold. Kick out, Mehring in the corner, steps in, pops from 17 and hits. Talon Mehring's first basket, it's 3-2. And here's Willis against Wolski. A moving screen by Brixton Burkhardt. A turnover. We played a minute 7 on the bank forward scoreboard. It's 3-2 Nedrose. In a man-to-man, left side with Wolski. Ball fakes, gets a high ball screen. Now steps into the lane, leaves it for McAloney. Maddox holds and finds a cutter, kick out. Hayden Hoggle, right side, Talon Mehring. Down to Threadgold. Threadgold, 2 dribbles, goes up, got blocked by Heinert. The putback by McAloney off the back side of the rim. Rebound Caleb Egan again. Here's Jaden Willis. Cuts it left, kicks it out. Wide open three, Heinert. He's good. And it's 6-2 Nedrose. Less than 2 minutes in. They're hunting the three, Vinny.
Yes, they really are, and they've been able to capitalize on them so far.
McAloney, left side to Hayden Hoggle, who ball fakes, spins, and leaves for McAloney. Down to Threadgold. 2 dribbles in, spins, hands to cutting Hoggle, who's got his first varsity points. Hayden Hoggle makes it 6-4 Nedrose. And a hand-checking foul is called on Tate Wolski, his first, team's first. Nice pass for a big guy by Threadgold at the other end.
Absolutely, and good execution by Hayden Hoggle.
5:49 to go in the first. Bank forward scoreboard reads 6-4 Nedrose. At the head of the key, a pass right side. It's saved in by Wolski to McAloney. Up ahead, he's got Hoggle, who fakes, kicks. Mehring for 3 in the lead. Short rebound, tapped out wide to Mehring, who drives in, leaves it for Threadgold. Right side Hoggle, skip it. Mehring drives left, gets to the 10 and finishes to tie the game. 6-all, as Talon Mehring has 4. Less than 3 minutes in. On the right side, Burkhardt against Mehring. Right side, Willis against Wolski. Around a screen, Willis drives, hangs, and can't hit from the elbow. Rebounded by Mehring. Up ahead, deflected ball. Finds Talon. He'll drive in, find Wolski, who lays it up and gets fouled. Take Wolski to the free throw line for a pair. I like the pace early here, Vinny.
Absolutely. Carrington's been able to capitalize on some good shots.
Derek Heinert called for his first, and he's the big guy. If you can get him in foul trouble, it's a total equalizer. Wolski's first free throw. He needs one to go, and it does. BJ, now why does he need one to go? Well, coming in, Wolski was 1 for 5 from the free throw line. Into the lineup comes Seth Wolf, as both are good. Wolf, a 5'10 senior guard, averaging 6 points, 3.5 rebounds a game, and a steal by Talon Mehring. The other way he comes, finds McAloney. Carrington on an 8-0 run. Timeout, Nedrose. A Dactyl timeout. Learn more about premium Wi-Fi and experience Command IQ today at DakotaCentral.com. A very quick mini 8-0 run.
It definitely is, and that's great for Carrington's momentum, as now they're building momentum, and now they can start building a lead and try to run away with it.
I think you and I are noticing the same thing. When a shot goes up or when a turnover happens, Nedrose is very slow with their transition defense. There are Carrington players constantly beyond the defense.
Right, I think it's exactly opposite for Carrington. It's Carrington, when a turnover happens or a shot is scored, then they're hustling back and they're really fast.
Nedrose with the basketball. Here's Jaden Willis. Left side, he finds Caleb Egan. Around a screen. Egan stripped of the basketball. Wolski's on the floor for it. It's a held ball. It goes to Carrington. And Randy Huey has got to be loving the effort early.
Absolutely. Even if Carrington can keep this up, it's going to be a great game for Carrington. I have a good feeling.
Cardinals by 4, and they have scored the last 8. Here is Talon Merring. He calls the John Cena play. Down low it goes to Alec Threadgold, who lays it in. 10 in a row, Cardinals. They lead Nedrose 12-6. Here's Willis. Picked up by McAloney. Willis dribbles left and leaves it for Burkhardt. In the corner, Willis steps back, goes back to Burkhardt. His 3 is an air ball. Rebound knocked out. Oh, they call a foul on Wolski, and that is his second. And here's the problem with UNA Burley not being here. The 5 guys on the floor are the only 5 Randy who he usually turns to.
Right, so now he's going to have to make a tough decision maybe on who's the next one.
Well, the answer is nobody. Wolski's still in there. On the right side, driving left is Egan. Tried to leave it for Heinert, skip it back to Egan, who turns, goes inside, got blocked by Hoggle. Rebound, Hayden Hoggle. Carrington has scored 10 in a row, and they have the ball again. Up ahead, in the right wing corner, McAloney fakes a 3, drives, kicks, Threadgold at the elbow, shuffles it off. Oh, he wanted Merring to keep going left, and Merring stopped a turnover. So back it goes to Nedrose, down by 6. And it's Jaden Willis against McAloney. Around a screen, Willis skips it up top. Egan drives the lane, finds a wide open Burkhardt, who lays it in. It's 12-8. Nice pass. At the other end, Merring goes right side. This is Hayden Hoggle. Giving to Threadgold, left elbow, back to Hoggle. Up top, it is Merring, right wing, McAloney. Around a screen from Threadgold, pick and roll. Alec Threadgold is called for steps. And the answer to who's next is Jamison Coots, the 5'10 sophomore forward, 2 points, 2 rebounds in his 1 game. I believe it came against Devils Lake. He got that bucket right before halftime.
I believe you're right.
Here is Seth Wolf, handing it off to Caleb Egan. Egan gets trapped and throws it right to Talon Merring. Big time numbers the other way. It's Threadgold to lay it up and in. They were 4-on-1, Vinny, at the other end. Now getting inside Heinert, and he is fouled. He'll shoot 2. I mean, 4-on-1 at the other end. My goodness. The foul is the first on Talon Merring and the 3rd on the team. The first free throw for Heinert is left very short. Heinert comes in. That was his first free throw attempt of the year. And here's his second one. And he goes 0 for 2. Rebound, Threadgold. And here is Talon Merring with a 6-point lead. Right side, Hayden Hoggle. Back to Merring. He's traveled. And it's another turnover. Randy Huey telling us earlier today there were 3 consecutive possessions. He just wanted the ball across half court so he could call a timeout against St. John. The ball never got to half court. Driving in with a wild scoop that does not go was Wolf. Rebound, Hoggle. Coots can't keep the ball in from Merring. Another turnover. This is what Randy was talking to us about.
That's exactly right, and I think turnovers are definitely going to be a big factor in this game.
Here's Seth Wolf, left side, Eggert. And that's any coach, really. Just put me in a position where I can call play. On the right side, driving left is Hayes, now to his right. Hayes may have picked up the pivot foot. Wolf around a screen. Wolf continues to drive on the baseline, throws up another goofy shot. Rebound, Alec Threadgold. I mean, that's really an accurate representation. And now McAloney gets fouled by Burkhardt, his second. I mean, that's not unfair, is it?
No, it's not unfair at all.
McAloney shoots 2. I mean, he's shooting from behind the backboard, trying to throw it at an angle. I could never make a shot like that. McAloney shoots 2. His first one tickles the twine. Carrington lead 15-8. Maddox coming in, a good free throw shooter, but he hadn't attempted one this year. McAloney has a second one. It's short. Rebound, Willis on the move. Gavin Vignes is in for the first time. Willis gets downhill and lays it home. 15-10 Carrington. At the other end, Mering steps back, leaves right wing corner. Jamison Coots down to Alec Threadgold. Takes 2 dribbles left, shuffles it off to Hoggle. Kick out Mering, thought about it, now takes a 3. Boom! Taylon Mering with 7 in the first quarter. 18-10 Carrington with 1:15 left on the bank forward first quarter scoreboard. Eggert drives right, gets to the 10 and finishes. Egan, his first basket, 18-12 in the post. It's Threadgold, kick out, Mering again. Yes, again! A 10-point quarter for Taylon Mering, 21-12. Willis, left side, Egan starts a drive, and he hooked, and it wasn't called, and instead they call it on Hoggle, and Randy Huey is not going to like that at all. And I think he's justified. I mean, you could see the hook motion.
Absolutely, that's a rough call.
Whew. Willis throws the ball in left wing corner to Seth Wolf. Up top, Egan around a screen. Egan, pick and roll, and a reach around foul is called. It puts Nedrose in the bonus, and the foul is the first on Jamison Coots. No, check it, Alec Threadgold. So 2 free throws upcoming for Gavin Vignes, and his first one goes in. (21-13), Vignes was 0 for 2 coming in. He's now 1 for 4, and the rebound is out of bounds to Carrington. And the shot clock is dark. They can hold for the final shot of the quarter. Been a pretty good quarter for the Cards.
Which ones?
Carrington. Smart money on the Cardinals tonight, of course. A really nice play, give and go, layup, Mering. He's got 12, 23-13. Egan, 15 in the quarter. Egan drives right, pick and roll. Vignes puts it up and in. He's got 3, 23-15. Now 5 seconds, now 4, now 3. Here's Hoggle, deflected ball, stolen, and that's the quarter. A half-court shot hit the bottom of the net for Wolf. And we have played one rather entertaining quarter in Carrington. On the bank forward scoreboard, it reads Carrington 23, Nedrose 15. Cardinal basketball continues in a moment.
This is Rob Kuhneman of Fargo, a current Big Ten, Summit League, and Mid-American Conference basketball official. Why officiate? Almost every referee will tell you it keeps them involved in the game, and they know a lot more about it. If you're a high school athlete or just out of school and want to stay in the game, call your local high school or the North Dakota High School Activities Association at 701-845-3953. It's that easy.
A message from the NDHSAA and this radio station.
Running tough, running strong. High Plains Equipment.
High Plains Equipment is your authorized Case IH dealer serving farmers around Carrington, Devils Lake, Rugby, and Harvey. When you're ready to invest in a new piece of quality Case IH equipment, their friendly, knowledgeable sales, financing, service, and parts departments will make sure your experience is outstanding. Visit highplainseq.com to connect with your local Case IH High Plains Equipment location.
Taylon Mering had scored 21 points this year coming into tonight. He's got 12 in one quarter, and Carrington leads 23-15 after one. BJ Walters, Vinny Rappel with you. Inside the East Gym, Nedrose ball to start the second quarter. Heinert tries to drive left. He gets cut off. Egan a 3. Wide right. Rebound, offensive rebound. Kick out, lefty 3. Goes down for David Hayes. And just like that, 23-18 in the second. Here's McAloney, left side Merring. Can he stay hot? Down to Threadgold, 2 dribbles in. Alec shuffles it off to McAloney. And Maddox has 5, it's 25-18. I'll tell you what, Threadgold's passing pretty good for a big man. Here's a 3 at the other end for Burkhardt, and it's 25-21. Well, that sequence looked like an NBA game. Goodness. Here's Merring. Spinning and finding Wolski right wing. Up top, McAloney, down to Coots left elbow. Jamison kicks it out. Merring, another 3. Wide left. Rebound Threadgold to cutting Coots, who spins and leads for a cutting Merring, who misses. Loose basketball. McAloney is fouled, and Carrington got a 3rd crack at it. The foul is the first on Caleb Egan, and the first in the second quarter. There's a lot to like about what we've seen so far from the guys in the Cardinal red jerseys.
Absolutely.
Merring throws into Threadgold. Here is Hoggle. And a moving screen, I think. If it is, it's 3. It is not. It is a foul on Burkhardt. It is 3, but it's 3 on the number 10 for Nedrose. And in comes Seth Wolf. Wolski stood there like, really? And then he saw 10 go up and he went, no, really? Threadgold up top for Merring. Around a ball screen, Talon Merring gives to Maddox McAloney. He'll drive right. Max spins, kicks, Merring. He'll fake a 3. Now he'll pop that 3. It's short and an air ball out of bounds. 25-21 Cardinal basketball all season long, brought to you by CHI, St. Alexius Health, Carrington Medical Center. Compassionate care close to home. Quickly the other way, Willis is fouled by Threadgold, and that's his second. So some difficulty for the bigs.
Absolutely, as a lot of fouls have been called so far.
Willis to throw it in, 6:21 before halftime on the bank forward scoreboard. Willis triggers to the corner for Egan. Egan gets downhill and lays it in. He's got 4, 25-23. On the right side, McAloney drives and gives to a cutting Hoggle, who travels. Cardinal basketball brought to you by Bickett Insurance. For your free estimate on auto, farm, home, business, or life insurance, call Bickett Insurance, 652-1775, located near the roundabout in Carrington. Here's Egan. Driving the lane, kicking to the corner. Another open 3 is good for David Hayes. And just like that, Nedrose has the lead. 26-25. Boy, they can really shoot the 3. Here's Threadgold in the post. Spinning, putting it up, putting it in. Carrington on top, 27-26. Alec Threadgold with 6. Here's Willis. Handing it to Hayes, and now it's with Wolf. He gives to Willis. Willis drives left, spins right, leaves it for Heinert to shoot a jumper and miss it. Rebound, Wolski. And here's McAloney the other way. Maddox with the head of steam leaves for Merring to get inside. Find Wolski, who travels. 27-26 Carrington, second quarter. Here's Jaden Willis. Picked up by Wolski. Goes straight away for Heinert. Handoff to Hayes, who gets to the free throw line and then gets cut off. Has to give it to Seth Wolf, who splits it and does not split a double. It's on McAloney, and that's his first. Boy, Randy Huey is really working this crew. And you can't blame him. In the corner, another 3. That one's off the top of the backboard, but rebounded by Wolf. He throws a pass out wide right, and a travel is called on Egan. Well, Vinny, we hyped it up as being hectic, but maybe not pretty. I think we were right.
I think we were absolutely right. As there's definitely, it's not the prettiest game, but it's entertaining. It's a close game. It's a 1-point game.
Here's Maring. He's a big reason for that with his 12 points. Hoggle gives to Wolski, curling around a screen. Tate is fouled on the floor. No, they're going to give it. They're going to give him continuation, and he's shooting free throws. Seth Wolf called for the foul. I can't believe that, but Wolski to the free throw line. That's a lot of continuation. The first one is good. It's 28-26 Carrington. Second one spins off, rebound Heiners. The other way, Willis travels. A turnover. So Carrington with the ball in a 2-point lead as we approach the halfway mark of the second on the bank forward scoreboard. Here's Talon Maring. Down to Threadgold. Kick out. McAloney a three. Boom! Maddox McAloney with a triple. He's got 8, 31-26 Carrington. Egan hands it off, driving in Hayes, and he got fouled. And that is on Threadgold, his third, and that is a big problem now for Randy Huey.
I think it's the wrong call, honestly. I don't think that was on Threadgold.
Heinert drives in, kicks it out left side. Egan gets inside, spins, fadeaway jumper. Oh, he got it. Caleb Egan with 6, 31-28 Carrington. Timeout Randy Huey. It will be and Randy Huey is letting the official have it for what he deems a bad call. It'll be a full. We will take it as well. 3:35 to go, second quarter. Bank forward scoreboard, 31-28 Carrington. Cardinal basketball continues in a moment.
Many dream of 5-star hotels and 5-star restaurants. What about 5-star treatment from your dentist? That's exactly what you'll get at Carrington Dental Care. Dr. J's and Dr. Chaz's gentle, relaxed, and friendly atmosphere will give you a full-service dental experience with 5-star customer service and care. Carrington Dental Care will give you 5-star dental treatment for the entire family. New patients are always welcome. Visit thecarringtondentist.com or call 701-652-2801.
.335 to go when the Stacktel timeout was called. BJ Walters and Vinny Rappel with you. I mean, there is a lot to like, but I think justifiably Randy Huey's pretty frustrated.
Right, I think he's trying to just not a lot has gone their way with fouls and ref calls, but I think Carrington's done a great job hustling around, and I think they're outworking Nedrose right now, and that's why they're winning right now.
The rebounding isn't even competitive. Carrington's dominating the backboards. Hoggle on a give and go to Maring, blocked out of bounds by Heinert. Well, I can only dream of being 6'5", but that must be why it's so fun. You too, huh, Vinny?
Yeah, it must be nice.
Wolski to trigger the inbound. Throws in deep to Maring. Looks for McAloney at 16 feet. Ball fakes, now fires and hits. Maddox McAloney now with 10. 33-28, and that's over and back on Nedrose. A turnover on the visitors, who are the home team on the scoreboard. 33-28 Carrington, leading Nedrose. Here comes Maring, a hand to McAloney. Fires a pass to Jamison Coots. Now Jamo looks, and Willis takes it out of his hand. At the other end, it's Egan who gets the layup because Wolski knew he couldn't commit his third foul right there. 33-30, but nobody gets back, and McAloney can't hit the layup. Gets his own miss, spins in the lane, puts it up, puts it in over Heinert. I don't know how he got that to go there, Vinny.
I also don't know how. That was
35-30 Carrington, and a carry is called on Seth Wolf. Coming up, Central City H2O halftime report. We'll have stats, a look back at a good win for the Carrington girls, and a preview of tomorrow. Coming up on the Central City H2O Carrington halftime report, which is 2:30 from now. McAloney gives to Wolski, who drives the lane. Tate lays it in. He's got 5, and it's 37-30 Carrington. On the left side, faking a 3, firing a 3, and missing with the bank was Hayes. Offensive rebound, Heinert. He's fouled. Who's this on? If I was Hoggle, I'd be putting my hand in the air, and it is Hayden Hoggle, his second. You just don't want Wolski to get that. Heinert shoots 2. He missed 2 in the first. He hits this one. 6'3" or 6'5" senior fires and hits, and it's 37-32 Carrington with 2:10 to play in the first half. Here's Maring to McAloney. Straight away Wolski. Down the lane, kick out. Between the rings, it's McAloney traveling. Well, this half has seen a little bit of everything.
It really has.
Been rather entertaining here on the nightcap of day 1 of the Carrington Holiday Shootout. Straight away, Heinert. He traveled. There wasn't a whole lot of ball pressure there either.
Not at all.
I think you got to score that one in unforced error. I played tennis. They actually keep up with unforced errors. With my knee now, I ain't playing anything.
Not at
Maring,
all.
left elbow Coots. Looks, finds a steal by Wolf. And Seth Wolf at the other end lays it home. Points off turnovers. Coach Huey talked about it. It's 37-34 now. McAloney with 85 seconds left in the half on the bank forward scoreboard. Maddox fires from 14 and hits again. McAloney with 11 in the quarter, 14 in the game. Now Wolf a 3. Wide left air ball out of bounds. No, it was saved in. And down low, the banker goes in for Hayes. I don't know how Heinert saved that. 39-36. McAloney, Maring, a 3. Yes! Taylon Maring has 15, 42-36 Cardinals. A 3 at the other end by Willis. Wide right, rebound, batted wide, comes to Wolf. And Wolf downhill, puts it up, spins it off. Rebound, Wolski. Carrington on the move. Wolski up ahead with a pass to Coots. It's blocked almost out of bounds by Willis. Saved into Wolf. Here's Wolf the other way, spinning, firing a 3. A little long, rebound deflects wide. Comes to Egan, straight away Willis. 20 to shoot. Willis down the lane. Got fouled by Maring, his second. This is mayhem.
It really is. And Carrington's definitely had a lot of good pressure on the ball.
I mean, it's end to end. You got to like that. This is easily the highest scoring half we've seen today in this gym.
I don't even think it's close.
No. First free throw for Willis is good. Jaden comes in 5 for 6 at the charity stripe for the year. His second one. Also good, 42-38. And he's got 7. So now Carrington wants to hold for the final shot. And then the first possession of the second half. Maring, right side McAloney with 8. With 6 now, McAloney. It's Wolski driving in, putting it up, getting blocked out of bounds by Heinert. And a technical foul has been called on Willis. His first, it's a technical, will shoot free throws at the other end. I cannot believe he would get teed up in that spot.
I think he said something that
the
ref didn't like.
I think he may have said, get that, you fill in the blank out of here. So, free throws for Maddox McAloney. His first one is good. Maddox with a massive second quarter. 12 of his 15, and now 13 of his 16 come in this quarter. And now Carrington can get a shot off before halftime and get the ball to start the second half. This could be very fruitful here. It's with Mehring, a three at the horn, off the mark, and that is halftime. A crazy first half of play here in the Central City ends with the score, Carrington 44, Nedrose 38. And the Central City H2O halftime report is next when Cardinal basketball continues in a moment.
This is Tanner from Leading Edge Equipment. We've got you covered for all your on-farm bulk oil needs. We deliver high-quality John Deere engine oil, High-Guard, Cool-Guard, and DEF, along with a wide selection of oil tanks and accessories. Call Scott in Michigan, Chuck in Carrington, or me, Tanner in Devils Lake. We're ready to deliver right to your farm. Leading Edge Equipment, your family-owned John Deere dealer in Michigan, Devils Lake, Hamden, and Carrington. Talk to the parts department today.
Do you want to make sure homework time isn't spent on games and video streaming? Dakota Central can help. With Experience IQ, you set limits to ensure your kids aren't playing when they should be doing homework. With premium managed Wi-Fi from Dakota Central, you can create healthier internet habits for your children from the easy-to-use Command IQ app. Learn more about premium Wi-Fi and Experience IQ today at www.dakotacentral.com.
Carrington sports fans, want to stay on top of all the local action? Catch what you missed by checking out the Foster County Independent. From game-changing plays to memorable moments, we've got you covered with the most in-depth sports coverage in town. And don't miss our stunning photo galleries that capture every thrilling moment and winning smile. For the latest scores, stories, and stunning sports shots, grab your copy of the Foster County Independent today or visit us online at fosterconews.com.
Here at Old National Bank of Carrington, we prefer to be the bank of choice that helps our clients fulfill their dreams, passionately supports our communities, and invest in the growth and development of our team members. Our mission has deep roots and a trusted partner. We invest our time, heart, and expertise so that our clients and communities thrive. Come see us today at Old National Bank from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday on Main Street in Carrington.
It's the Central City H2O Carrington halftime report. Central City H2O of Carrington has all of your beverage, water bottle, dispenser, and vending needs covered. Visit centralcityh2o.com or call 701-652-2141. Wow, what a first half. BJ Walters, Vinny Rappel back with you. 44-38 Carrington. Let's tell you how we got here. The Cardinals being led by 16 from Maddox McAloney. He had 13 in the second quarter. Talon Mehring has 15. He had 12 in the first quarter. Meanwhile, 6 points for Alec Threadgold, 5 for Tate Wolski, and 2, the first 2 in the varsity career of Hayden Hoggle. Nedrose led by 8 points each from Caleb Egan and David Hayes. 7 from Jaden Willis, who has also been teed up. 5 for Derek Heinert and Brixon Burkhardt. 3 for Gavin Vignes, and 2 for Seth Wolf. 1 tie, 3 lead changes. Nedro's biggest lead, 6-2. Carrington's biggest lead, 23-13. And all of that culminates in a 44-38 lead for Carrington at the half over Nedrose. Vinny, what have you made of this absurd 16 minutes?
I think if I'm Hui, I'd be really proud of my team right now as they've been hustling around the entire first half. They've been scoring a lot more than they're used to, and I think it's great that they've been able to find some offensive playmakers that are really making a big impact on the game. And for Nedrose, I think they just got to get a little more solid defense as they're able to maybe make Carrington take a little more contested shots. I feel like Carrington's taking a lot of wide open shots, and they've been able to capitalize on those shots, and I think that's a big difference on why Carrington's winning right now.
Benny mentions Carrington has scored more than they have this year. Well, he's not being mean when he says that. Carrington comes in for a game averaging 41 a game.
Yeah, it's definitely a big difference as they've been able to do all that just in the first half, and now we'll see what they can do in the second half.
Nedrose seems like the more crazy it gets, the happier they are with it.
Yeah, I'd say that Nedrose just, their momentum is a little down right now, and I think that they just got to try to try to build momentum on some Cardinal errors, and we'll see if that happens.
You made a point in pregame that Carrington needs to get their shot makers more shots. Mehring has hit 3 triples. He's got 15. McAloney has 16. Those are the 2 guys where when you put a half up like this, it's because those 2 guys have scored.
Right, exactly. And those are 2 of their best playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. And I think if they continue to feed those guys the ball and let them shoot their shots, they're going to have a great second half.
A win for Carrington girls basketball earlier today. We'll recap it when the Central City H2O of Carrington halftime report continues right after this.
When it's time to buy a new appliance for your home, remember DJ's Home Center. Did you know they are a locally owned business and that they have been serving this great community since 1993? DJ's Home Center services and delivers within 45 miles of Carrington, bringing you the best prices on all major brand appliances. So don't go anywhere else. Remember that DJ's Home Center is your local, low-price, best-trained appliance store. Located right by the roundabout. Go Cardinals.
Committed to serving you with compassion. Evans Funeral Home of Carrington and New Rockford. Always available with the care you require, even at the most difficult time. You can count on Evans Funeral Home to provide guidance and answers when it comes to pre-planning, finding the perfect monument or marker to honor your loved one, or for service arrangements. Contact Evans Funeral Home in New Rockford at 947-2911 or in Carrington at 652-3003.
Central City H2O Carrington halftime report continues. The Cardinals leading Nedrose 44-38 at the half. Well, this game already has just about as many points, more points in fact, than the girls game had earlier today. The Carrington girls get to 500, 43-32 over a previously undefeated Hazen team. Considering it was 17-7 at the half, it's not that bad.
Right, I thought Carrington definitely surprised a lot of people right away. As you said, Hazen's the number 5 team in the state, and I think it's crazy that it didn't feel like they were playing to that level of being in that top 5 right away. As Carrington controlled the entire first half, and I think that Carrington was just able to capitalize on a lot more than that went Hazen's way.
Aniston Hornet, a nice second half, 13 of her 15 points, and they hit their free throws. You know, games that they've lost this year, they haven't gotten to the free throw line. They got there and they hit them tonight.
Right, I think free throws are definitely important, as that was what set their score over the edge, and I think that was a big difference on why they won the game today.
Tomorrow, the Carrington boys, 12:30 against Watford City. We're with you at 12:15 on radio, but on YouTube, Vinny's got the JV at 11 a.m. And then the Carrington girls take on Dickinson Trinity. I did not expect Trinity to, for 3.5 quarters, get run out of this gym by Northern Cass.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting that either, but I think it'll definitely be a great game tomorrow, and we'll see if Carrington girls are able to ride on the momentum that they have from tonight.
3:30 for that one, 3:15 here on the Cardinal. In the more immediate future, the second half. Thank you for joining us for the Central City H2O Carrington halftime report. The second half is next when Cardinal basketball continues in a moment.
Central City H2O of Carrington has all of your beverage, water bottle, dispenser, and vending needs covered. They serve a 15-county area and deliver to home, office, and work sites a line of water and other products. Visit CentralCityH2O.com or call 701-652-2141. Visit them on Facebook for more information about in-home and office deliveries and the products available. Hydrate your home and office. Central City H2O of Carrington. We supply the water and vending you need where you need it.
When you work with your local Pioneer team, you gain hard-working partners who strive to know your every acre. Doug Retzlaff is your local Pioneer Seed sales representative in Carrington. Call Doug at Retzlaff Seed and Supply LLC. He will do the best to match the right product on the right acre and supply you with unparalleled choices of Pioneer Seed products treated with Lumigen brand seed treatment to protect your investment. Doug and his team also carry a complete lineup of livestock feed and minerals. Retzlaff Seed and Supply LLC in Carrington, near the roundabout.
Cardinals 44, Nedrose 38 as we begin the second half. Just so happens that Drew Matt is running the video, and there's really good news on Drew. He's out of that sling. And Vinny Carrington might get him back this year. That would be a massive get.
That really would be, as he said he's coming back hopefully somewhere in between January and February, and I think that's right around the perfect time. That it would be great for him to come back.
Kyle Smith said he's never seen a labrum tear heal so well. So here's Tate Wolski from the elbow to start the second half. And the Cardinals lead by 8 at the other end. Driving in, Egan, deflected ball out of bounds. I mean, I was told last week not to say anything, but he's out here telling everybody, hey, I'm going to be back, I'm going to be back. So, okay, whatever. Deep inbounds. I guess it's not a secret is what I'm getting at. Here's a turnaround jumper that goes for Heinert. He's got 7. It's 46-40 Carrington. Now Mehring drives and dishes down low to Threadgold. He's got 8. 48-40. Well, look at this tempo, Vinny.
It's
at the other end. Heinert, right side, wide open 3. Off the front of the rim by Heinert, or by Burkhardt. Rebound Nedrose, though. Carrington's in a zone, a 2-3 zone. In the corner, open lefty 3 is off the heel. Rebound Wolski off the miss by Hayes. At the other end, McAloney. He'll stop, leave it for Wolski, who drives the lane. Kick out McAloney. Pops from the elbow, a little long. Rebound Hoggle, back to McAloney. Hayden Hoggle has it again. Up top, Wolski. Drives and kicks Mehring. His open 3 is a little long. Rebound Threadgold. Alex spins, shuffles it off. Wolski lays it home. Tate with 9, and this match is the largest lead for Carrington, 50-40. Willis, left side, driving in and losing the basketball was Hayes. A steal for Wolski. Up ahead, McAloney. Maddox gets inside and travels when he had Mehring open. That's a tough one.
Definitely is. That was definitely a shot they should capitalize on.
50-40 Carrington. Their season high in points was the 56 in the loss to St. John on last Monday, and a travel by Burkhardt. Cardinals by 10. Here's Mehring, left side, Hoggle, holding, giving. Threadgold in the post, fadeaway jumper, wide left, rebound Jaden Willis. Willis the other way. Willis skips it into the corner for Egan. He'll drive right, get into the paint and miss wildly. Rebounding, nope, the ball's out of bounds. It goes to Carrington. So what the ruling there is that Egan touched it while he was still out of bounds. That ends the play and gives Carrington the basketball. Up by 10, 2 minutes into the third on the Bank Forward scoreboard. Right side, it's a give and go with Mehring, who is fouled by Burkhardt, and that's his 4th. Talon shoots 2. Mehring has not attempted a free throw tonight, and for the year, he's only 2 for 8. This is a young man that was over 80% last year, and he hits the front end. Largest lead, Carrington, 51-40. Mehring will have a second go. He's got 16. Rattles it home, 17. And the Cardinal lead over Nedrose is 52-40. Here's Willis on the right side. Hayes into the corner. Driving in is Wolf. Extra pass. Willis a 3. Off the front of the rim. Rebound, Threadgold. Boy, did he snatch that out of the air. Here's Mehring the other way. To cutting Hayden Hoggle. Kick out. Mehring, open 3. Off the front of the rim. Rebound, Wolski. The putback goes. Tate Wolski into double figures with 11. Timeout, Nedrose. Carrington with a very good start to the half. A 10-2 run causes this 30-second Dactyl timeout with 5:31 to play in the third. We'll keep it here. Perfect start to the half for Carrington.
Absolutely, and that's got Randy Huey excited. As the whole Carrington team's excited now, as Carrington's got a lot of momentum riding right now, and they've been able to make a lot of good shots, and they've been playing well defensively to start, and we'll see if that continues.
If you are an opponent and you're watching Carrington, certainly number one on your scouting report has to be slow the game down. They love this pace.
Right, this is exactly, they're playing Carrington's game right now. They're running Carrington's pace, and this is exactly how they wanted it to go.
54-40. The Carrington Cardinals over the Nedrose Cardinals with 5:31 to play in the third. Going for the first win of the Randy Huey era. Here's Jaden Willis. On the left side, it's Wolf. Mid-post Heinert. Skip it right side Egan. Back for Wolf in the right wing corner, guarded by Wolski. Good defense by Tate Wolski. Really good, and he stole the ball. Here comes McAloney the other way. McAloney had his pass knocked out of bounds by Egan, and it stays at this end. What defense by Tate Wolski in the deep right wing corner.
That was perfect defense. That's exactly how you want to play that.
Red Gold gives to Wolski. Up top, Mehring fakes a three, drives in. Talon hangs, can't hit. Rebound. That might be an own goal on Heinert. We'll give it to Threadgold. At any rate, it's 56-40 Carrington. That really might be an own goal off Heinert. Up top, Willis spins left, goes inside, misses. Rebound, Mehring. Carrington pulling away, leading by 16. Up ahead, McAloney gets inside, finishes with the right hand. Maddox has 18. The route may be on. 58-40. At the other end, Wolf gives it to Heinert, who is fouled. And Randy Huey can't believe it. They called it on Wolski as third. First team foul of the third. If you think with an 18-point lead, Randy Huey's going to start easing off, you're crazy. Willis into the corner. A lefty three is good for Devin Hayes. And Hayes has his third three. He's got 11. It's 58-43. Devin Hayes, the leading scorer for the team right now. Here is Mehring driving left and leaving for Wolski to get inside. Wraparound feed knocked out of bounds by Willis. 4:05 of the third. Here's Jamison Coots. Carrington by 15 on the bank forward scoreboard. Coming in for Nedrose is Gavin Vignes. And they bring him in anytime Threadgold goes to the bench. Wolski triggers the inbound to Mehring. Up top, it's Hoggle. Skip it left wing, McAloney down to Mehring. Gets doubled, spins, fires anyway. Probably not the right shot. Rebound Egan. Here comes Nedrose down by 15. Egan left side, Wolf a three. That looks good, it is. 6 in a row for Nedrose, just when Carrington had their biggest lead, and it's 58-46. Here's Mehring to McAloney. Dribbles right, around a screen. McAloney, skip it left side, Wolski. He'll drive into the lane. Stop and leave for Hoggle to fire a three. A little long, rebound Wolski. Goes back up and in. Tate Wolski with 8 in the quarter, 13 in the game. It's 60-46. Season high in points and a travel on Wolf. Season high in points for Wolski. Season high in points for Carrington. Season high in points for Mehring. We're not quite there yet with McAloney. He needs 7 more to match last Monday's output. And into the game for the first time, Ramsey Pleshuk, a 6'1" sophomore forward with 5 points and 3 rebounds this year. McAloney, right side Wolski, leaving for Mehring to pop a three. Air ball, rebound to Ramsey Pleshuk. And at the other end, Willis goes in, lays it up, spins it off. Pleshuk, the putback. And suddenly, 8 of the last 10 to Nedrose. It's 60-48. Here's Mehring to Wolski. Back for Mehring, who curls, fires, and can't hit. Rebound Pleshuk. Here comes Egan. At the other end, Willis crosses over. Willis to the 10, lays it home. He's got 9, 60-50. Didn't you just see this a week ago, Vinny?
Sure did.
Here's McAloney. Carrington was up by, 11? Timeout, Randy Huey. Actually, they were up 13 in that game and lost it. Huey wants a full. We will take it as well. A Dactyl timeout with the score 60-50 Carrington, and Cardinal basketball will continue in a moment.
Napa is your source for quality auto parts for your car or truck in Carrington. Let us use our Napa know-how to help you find the right battery, brakes, filters, headlights, wipers, or other parts you need to get your job done. We also stock tools, equipment, and many other items for cars, heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farm equipment. Order your parts online or drop by today at 490 8th Street North. Call 652-3663. Your Carrington Napa Auto Parts team looks forward to serving you today.
60-50 Carrington, but a 10-2 run by Nedrose. Vinny, thinking back to how St. John rallied, does it look similar to what Nedrose is doing right now?
No, I would say not really, because Carrington's still making a lot of shots. They're still able to keep up on offense and defense, and that's just what the difference was in the end of that St. John game.
McAloney on a post-up, spins, finds Maring around a screen. Talon drives left and leads for McAloney to a cutting Heigl, who goes up, misses, but draws the foul on Plessick, his first, team second. Free throws for Hayden Heigl. Hayden has not attempted a free throw this year. Heigl fires and rattles it off. Here comes Alec Threadgold for Tate Wolski. And here comes the big fella, Derek Heinert. Heinert replaces Vignes, not Plessick. I'm a little surprised by that. Are you?
Not really.
Second free throw, wide left, rebound, Heinert. And here comes Nedrose, down by just 10. It's Heinert, right side, a Willis three. And that's long, rebound backside, comes to Hayes. Goes back for a nice pass to Plessick. He's got 4 and it's 60-52, a 12-2 run. At the other end, Coots down to Threadgold. One dribble, goes up, finishes and draws the foul. Chance at a three-point play for Alec Threadgold. And that's the second foul on Heinert. So now Alec, with 12 points, his third consecutive double-figure scoring game, have a chance for a three-point play. It's on the way. He's got it. 63-52 Cardinals over Nedrose. And here is Seth Wolf.
Alex really stepped up his game in the past few games.
He really has. And not just in games, but you know in practice he's helping young Jace Coleman get better. On the left side, Plessick, skip it right side for Wolf. Up top, Willis. Here's Heinert, a three. Looks short, is short, rebound. Talon Maring. Here comes Hayden Heigl. Heigl spins left, gives to Coots. J-Mo holds, down to Threadgold. Threadgold spins, finds McAloney for the open jumper. Maddox has 20 for a second straight game. Carrington leads 65-52, but they don't get back, and a foul is called on Hayden Heigl, his third. And free throws upcoming for Caleb Egan. He has not been to the line tonight, but for the year, he is 3 for 7. First one is long. The second one for Egan is also off the mark, and rebound knocked out of bounds by Plessick. Final minute of the third on the Bank Forward scoreboard. Carrington, well, they led by 6 at the half. They've expounded upon that here in the third, but here's a turnover. 65-52 with 44.9 to play in the third. At the other end, it's Willis going right side to Egan. Back for Willis against this zone. Left wing, a Wolf three looks good, is good. 6 in the quarter, 8 in the game. 65-55 Carrington. No shot clock. Here's Coots. Looks, finds a cutting McAloney who fires, air ball, rebound Heinert. They can cut it to single digits. Here's Egan getting inside, lost it, loose ball. Threadgold has it for Carrington. And here come the Cardinals, final possession of the third. It's with Maring, driving in, deflected ball stolen. Egan with 4, with 3, with 2, with 1. He finds Willis who puts it up and travels at the buzzer. We have played 3 quarters inside the East Gym of Carrington High School with the score. Carrington 65, Nedrose 55, and Cardinal basketball continues in a moment.
On the field, every second counts, and when injuries happen, you need a hometown advantage. At JRMC Orthopedics, our local team offers fast access to expert care, so you don't have to travel out of town. From sprains and all the way to joint replacements, every same day, we've got you covered. The best plays start with getting back in the game. Orthopedic care that keeps you moving. It's right here. Visit jrmcnd.com to learn more.
This is Andrew Matt, a member of the Carrington High School Sources of Strength. Here's a tip on how to be kind to your mind. Practice good sleep habits, don't zone out on social media. Instead, aim for 8 hours of sleep. This message is brought to you by CHS Sources of Strength and the Carrington Area Healthy Communities Coalition.
KDAK The Cardinal and I3G Media are proud to partner with the Carrington Area Healthy Communities Coalition to bring you these messages.
Nothing has embodied the American
AM 1600 KDAK Carrington and FM 100.1 K261EW Carrington, locally owned and operated by I3G Media.
On to the fourth quarter we go, 65-55. Here is Willis. Dribbling right, skipping to the corner. A Wolf 3 looks good, isn't this time. Off the front of the rim, rebound McAloney on the move. 10-point game, he finds Wolski. In the left wing corner, back to McAloney. Carrington has scored 20 points in every quarter tonight. Here's Maring, up top for McAloney, who pops a deep 3. Wide left, rebound, McAloney! Back inside, lays it up, missed it. Rebound Heinert. And there's the fourth Tate Wolski foul. No, they call it on Threadgold, his fourth. That might be worse. This game's not over.
Absolutely not.
Nedrose can hit the 3. They've hit 7 of them. Here's Willis, left side to Wolf in the corner. Heinert bounces one right to Hayden Hagel. Problem, he doesn't wear the same color uniform. A steal.
He's got same team name, though.
He does. Not going to play that one down, are you? Here's Threadgold, mid-post. One dribble, kick out, Hagel. Dribbles left and gives it right side. Tate Wolski a 3. A little long. And did it hit the support? It did. It goes out of bounds. We're back with you, Vinny, at 11 a.m. I'll join him for the radio call of the boys at 12:15 against Watford City tomorrow. Here's Wolf with a travel. And then we'll have the girls taking on the Titans of Dickinson Trinity, who they beat twice last year. Blew them out by 28 here. Beat them by 3 in the consolation final of the state tournament. Was it 26 maybe? Might have been 26 here. Here's Maring a 3. That's an air ball out of bounds. And no, the ball was tipped. So now they're going to have to figure out the shot clock, are they not? Because the ball did not hit the rim. And now the officials will get together, yeah. 23. Yeah, because if you're saying it was tipped, that means the ball didn't hit the rim. So 23 to shoot for Carrington, 6:29 of the fourth. They get it into Hagel, who works his way in, puts it up, puts it in. Hayden Hagel with 4, and it's 67-55 Carrington. At the other end, Willis dribbles, leaves, Heinert, 3, off the mark. Rebound, controlled by Talon Maring. Here he comes the other way. Maring down to Hagel, spinning, leaving, Threadgold. McAloney around a Threadgold screen. He'll drive in, stop, get inside, and finish with the right hand. 22 for Maddox McAlooney. 69-55 Carrington. On the right side, Heinert. Driving in, Willis. Back to Heinert for the jumper that goes. He's got 9, 69-57. I'm a little disappointed that when Carrington got to 67, we didn't see the 6-7. I'm a little disappointed.
I'm not.
Here's Wolski. Down through the legs of Threadgold. A steal for Willis. Up ahead. A tough catch. Extra pass, Egan. 69-57. In the mid-post. Thrown up wildly and missed. And it's out of bounds off of Heinert. The initial shot by David Hayes. 69-57 Carrington with the lead. Driving the baseline, Wolski finds a wide open Hoggle, who gets the 12-footer to go. Hayden Hoggle with 6, and it's 71-57 Carrington. Here's Willis driving right, got inside, couldn't finish but drew the foul. And he's got a chance to get into double figures. The foul is the 5th and final one on Alec Threadgold. He's going to get a nice hand. 13 points tonight for Threadgold. But the problem is, who comes in? The answer, Adrian Otis. The 5'6" 7th grader. So Wolski moves into a forward position. Hoggle's the other forward now, I think. Free throw, rolls in. 10 points for Jaden Willis. He's now 8 for 9 this year at the line. Make it 9 for 10. He's got 11, and it's 71-59 Carrington. On the right side, Adrian Otis. Straight away for Mehring. Holding, dribbling, going left side. Fired a pass down low to cutting McAlooney, who's got 24. Timeout Carrington. It'll be a 30, a Dactyl timeout with 4:37 left, and the Cardinals up 73-59. And considering the fact that the Cardinals are a man down, basically playing 5.5 guys, 73 points is a pretty good output.
Absolutely, and 73, that's by far the most they've scored this year, and I think that's definitely a great thing to work on and build off of, because this is going to give them a lot of momentum going into the next game.
The most points scored in a game, Drew will help me out here, but it might be since Nedrose last year. Or, well, no, they didn't get to 70 against New Rockford. That was a great basketball game, but they didn't get to 70 against New Rockford. I think it would be the last Nedrose game, the last time they got to 70 points, yeah. So, yeah, it was Nedrose last year, yep. Drew actually had a good game that night. Had 8 points and 7 boards. Carrington leading by 14 with 4:37 left. Randy Huey still has 2 timeouts left. Nedrose has all of their full timeouts left. Randy has a full and a 30. Willis, left side. Egan, back to Willis. He'll drive left against Adrian Otis, now right. Otis, good defense! And that gets a roar from the crowd. Here's Egan driving right, firing, banked it strong. Rebound Wolski. Carrington might be closing in on the first win of the Randy Huey era. Here is Mehring, right side Adrian Otis. Around a screen, goes right side to Wolski. Down to McAlooney, spins, kicks. Otis, a 3 blocked. Rebound Heinert, fouled by Hoggle, his 4th. Adrian Otis trying to score his first varsity points right there. And we had a good long talk with Randy earlier today. They're so excited about this 7th grade class. So excited about it. Here's Egan giving to Willis. A 3 for Willis is off the front of the rim, and a rebounding foul on Heinert, and that's number 3. And now nobody has any more fouls to give. Oh, my bad. I just marked that in the wrong quarter. That's their first team foul of the fourth. They got a bunch of fouls to get, which might be a problem coming down the stretch. And Mehring is fouled by Egan, his second. That'll help. Team second. Here's Adrian Otis, the 7th grader, and John's younger son gives to McAloney. Up ahead, Mehring. He'll lay it in. Taylon Mehring with 19, 75-59, and a chance at a three-point play. As David Haynes called for the foul. The free throw for 20 points. Mehring's got it. 2 Cardinals with 20 tonight, and they lead 76-59. At the other end, roll by Heinert to put it up and miss it. Rebound, Adrian Otis, his first varsity rebound. And by the way, I believe the JV won earlier tonight. Here's McAloney holding, goes to Mehring, towards Hoggle, who fires and couldn't get the roll. Rebound, Wolski tried to save it. It's out of bounds. 76-59 Carrington with 3:06 to play. Here's Willis. It's got to go pretty perfect for Nedrose from here if they're going to win it. Driving in, a little floater that doesn't go. Rebound, Tate Wolski. The floater taken by Hayes. Up ahead, it's Mehring to a cutting McAloney who puts it up and in. And Maddox McAloney has a season-high 26 and 51 in his last 2 games. It's 78-59, the largest lead for Carrington. A long jumper doesn't go. Rebound, Adrian Otis. Here's McAloney. I don't know when the last time Carrington scored 80 points was. McAloney has 26. Here's Wolski. Dribbles right. McAloney pops from 14, and now he's got 28. And Carrington have 80. 80-59 Cardinals. Whew. In the mid-post. A handoff and a jumper by Willis that goes. He's got 13. 80-61. Here's Mehring. Up ahead, McAloney will hold. And give it to Adrian Otis. Now Mehring, left side. Down to McAloney. Extra pass, Wolski lays it in. And Carrington are going to get to empty the bench. Radke Huey's in. Isaiah Otis is in. 82-61 Cardinals. A quick timeout was called by Randy Huey, except for, yeah, it was a 30, so we can keep it here. A Dactyl timeout with 92 seconds left. All right, the monkey's off the back. You've got to win. Now tomorrow, you know, you win 2 in a row. They call that a winning streak.
Absolutely. I think hopefully this gives them enough momentum and confidence in themselves to, now they know that they can win games. They can win more than just a couple games. They can win few games if they just have good momentum and they ride on their strengths, and you never know. We'll find out tomorrow morning.
We haven't mentioned this yet, but the bracket was revealed today. Carrington will open the Ramsey County tournament a week from Thursday against the Polar Bears of Larimore. Another chance to get a win.
Absolutely. Larimore, they could definitely play to their strengths, and we'll see if it should be a good game.
Jace Coleman is also in, as is Weston Ehrman, a 5'1" 7th grader. Radke Huey, 5'8" 7th grader. Adrian Otis, 5'6" 7th grader. Isaiah Otis, 5'8" freshman. And Jace Coleman, 6'1" 8th grader. Those are the 5 on the floor right now. The future of Carrington basketball on the floor right now. Driving in is Wolf. Puts it up. No, but a foul on Isaiah Otis. And it's his first. team's third, but it was a shooting foul. So free throws coming for Wolf, and he rolls it in. He's got 9. Nedrose also emptying the bench with Ben Thole coming in and Jace Vignes. 5'9" sophomore Jace Vignes and 6' sophomore Ben Thole. The free throw is off. Rebound, Jace Coleman. That's his first varsity rebound. Nope, his second. He had one against Devils Lake. Here's Adrian Otis. Left side, Radke Hui. For Isaiah Otis, who drives in. Isaiah lost it. Picks it up, gives it to Weston Ehrman. Left side, Radke Hui. Thought about a 3, didn't take it. Here's Adrian Otis. Stops, gives. Left side, Weston Ehrman a jumper. A little long. Rebound taken in by Gavin Vignes in the final minute of play. Carrington have their first win of the year and of the Randy Hui era. A right wing 3 is good for Ben Thole, and it's 82-65. Here is Isaiah Otis. Timeout to get Asher McAloney, a 5'7" 8th grader, and Braden Christensen, a 5'6" freshman, into the game. Technically, this has to be a full timeout, but Randy literally just said, you know what? I don't need to say anything. We're back. 82-65 Carrington. Wouldn't it be something if one of these young guys got themselves a bucket tonight? McAloney to trigger the inbound. He is Maddox's younger brother. Here's Radke Hui. Radke dribbles left, stops, kicks. McAloney. Asher down to Isaiah Otis, who spins, fires, and got fouled. Isaiah's got a chance for his first varsity points. On the foul by Ramsey Pleshuk. Isaiah fires and has his first varsity point. 83-65. He'll have another. Tickles a Twine, 84-65 Carrington. Final 25 seconds here. Big smile on Randy Huey's face. Straight away Wolf. Dribbling right, gets downhill and finishes with the right hand, 84-67. Weston Ehrman, final 10 seconds. Ehrman dribbles left and will dribble it out. Randy Huey has his first career win. Carrington have their first win of the year, 84-67 over the Nedrose Cardinals. They win it here tonight. We'll have our post-game report, which includes an interview with Randy Huey and Maddox McAloney when Cardinal basketball continues in a moment.
Nothing has embodied the American spirit like the family farmer. Year after year, they continue to work the land and plant their crops. Through droughts, floods, and uncertain markets, they keep that spirit alive with another crop harvested for the next generation. And for that, we tip our hats to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
In Carrington, see Randy Huey.
Rest assured that you'll be treated with the care and respect you deserve at Central Pharmacy. Conveniently located in the heart of Carrington and New Rockford, Central Pharmacy delivers the kind of attention and commitment to improving your health care that the big box stores just can't. Central Pharmacy does it all, from medical supplies to prescriptions, health and wellness concerns. Plus, we have a great selection in our gift, boutique, and decor departments. Visit us on Facebook for up-to-date info. Central Pharmacy, your one-stop in Carrington and New Rockford.
Is it time for you to switch banks? Hi, I'm Tiffany Paulson at Bank Forward in Carrington. At Bank Forward, we have everything you get from a big bank, but we're small enough to give you exceptional service. Make the switch and let us show you the Bank Forward difference. Call 652-2852 or visit bankforward.com today. Putting the customer first since 1927. It's simply the Forward way. Bank Forward, member FDIC.
Reach your summit with Kyle Smith and his staff at Summit Physical Therapy in Carrington. Serving the area since 1997, we offer treatment for pain relief, vertigo, wound care, sports, and work injuries, as well as post-op and neurological rehab. Summit Physical Therapy has certified providers in dry needling, Graston, and myofascial cupping. We are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and in most cases, no referral required. Call us at 652-7179 to schedule an appointment today.
We're back in Carrington. The Cardinals get their first win of the season, 84-65 over the Nedrose Cardinals, and we're joined by Maddox McAloney. 25 points a week ago. He says that's not good enough. Got to do better than that. 26 points tonight for Maddox. I mean, that's a pretty good little hot streak you're on. 51 in your last two.
Yeah, that does feel really great. I felt really good coming out of the game, and last game I just want to keep the momentum going, and it was just good.
You and Talon really seem to complement each other well. Talon gets 12 in the first quarter. You get 13 in the second quarter. When you two are both scoring, this is the sort of thing that can happen.
Yeah, and all the other guys on the team too. When we push the ball, things look really good. And I thought we rebounded pretty well tonight too, so that helped us a lot. And pushing the ball up the floor, we're really good at it, and yeah, that turns out.
Talk about the pace that you played with, because I think anyone who scouts this game will say, uh-oh, we got a problem. Region 2 likes to go fast. Well, you guys are just fine with that.
Yeah, we love going fast. Pushing the ball up is like one of our favorite things. It's just easy buckets on the other end.
Now a chance to get hot here. You've got Watford City tomorrow. You saw them earlier today in this gym. What did you think of them?
We watched them, and they looked beatable. Like, we can come out. If we come out like we did tonight, I think we can come out with a dub tomorrow and then head on to the Ramsey County and do good there.
Do you feel like a weight's been lifted now that you got the win?
Yes, very, very much so. Like Randy was saying, that after the first win, they'll just keep coming, and yeah, that's how it goes.
Well, Mac, congratulations, and
Thank
we'll
you.
see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maddox McAloney, 26 points in this guy's first win as a head coach. He's only got 471 to go to catch Andy Broughton, that's all. But Randy Huey joining us. And, I mean, I'll ask you the same question that was the last one to Maddox. Does it feel like a weight's been lifted?
Definitely. It definitely feels a lot lighter in here right now. It's really nice to get the first one. I kept telling the guys, the first one's going to be the toughest one. The first one's the toughest one. And the second one's going to come a little bit easier. So, I said we got to be ready to battle right away tomorrow morning. We got a quick turnaround. And, I'm really proud of our team.
The pace that you played with really put them in bad spots because they couldn't turn you over unless it was a dead ball turnover where you could get set up defensively. And just the volume of shots you were able to get up was really impressive.
Yeah, it was. It was nice to be able to push the tempo a little bit. It got a little scary at times because, obviously we were down a starter tonight. Hopefully Ewan feels better tomorrow and can play. It was nice to push the tempo. They pushed the tempo really hard, too. We got beat back a lot tonight. And so, that's something we got to get better at. We got to get the ball through the hole, and we got to sprint back a lot quicker. And, I felt we got out of position on sometimes, too, when they were pushing the ball, and that led to a lot of our fouls. So,
when you're an assistant these last 2 years and when you're offered the job, that's what you envision from Talon and Maddox, right?
Yeah, exactly. Talon and Maddox, Max played really well the last couple of games. Another career high for him today, I heard you say. Talon played really well today. It's his best game he's had so far this year. Hopefully it's just the start of it. And, when those two can be clicking and we get Alec moving on the inside and, Hayden came through with some baskets for us tonight too. Tate played really strong as well. He had some nice baskets. Plus he rebounded like a crazy man at the end. We needed those boards bad and Tate fought hard for him. And, it was an overall really team effort. Jameson Coots came in and played really well off the bench for us. We needed him for a lot of minutes tonight. And that was great to see. It's nice to see that you can have people step up when you're not necessarily counting on them to step up. And they do. It's just an extra value. It's really great.
Considering how short the bench was tonight, the fact that you can get to 84 points, I mean, that speaks very well about your kids.
Yeah, they worked really well on the offensive side. You know, we knocked down some open shots. You know, I thought we got to the rim a little bit better tonight, too. I don't know how many free throws we shot, but it seemed like we shot a little bit more of them. Yeah, you know, we had some offensive boards, too. I don't know how many of them we ended up with. You know, our goal was to try to get 15 of them tonight, and we thought we could. But, you know, we made a lot of shots. You know, early on, Talon came out firing. It was hot. You know, they closed the gap on us a couple times, and we got a couple fast break layups, and we were finishing around the hoop, and, you know, that really, really matters.
So a game where you had to rely on those starters for so much, now you've got, my math ain't great, but I think that's 15 hours until your next game against Watford City. Two-part question. What's important tonight for these guys, and then your thoughts on the Wolves?
Yeah, you know, I hope they go home and they get some rest and they get some fluids in them. It was a grind. I mean, and short bench, like you said. I mean, really shorter bench than what we already have, which is pretty short. Yeah, you know, I hope they go home, they get some rest tonight. You know, we got to be back here about 10 o'clock tomorrow to get ready for the JV game, and and Watford City tomorrow. You know, they were really physical. They were a really physical matchup I saw today. So, you know, I feel like if we can run the court and try to wear them down a little bit, that would be nice. You know, I don't feel like they pushed the tempo as hard as Nedrose did tonight. So hopefully that helps us a little bit. You know, we did go into that zone, you know, for some possessions. You know, that helped for a little while. But Watford City, we got to be ready to play really tough and physical tomorrow. And I told the guys if we don't play physical, it's going to be a really tough game.
And you look at your team just in these last 2 weeks, you've shown an ability to quickly put a game plan into action. So throwing that zone in there made perfect sense. Tomorrow, getting here at 10 a.m. and being ready to go, they've got to enjoy this one, wake up tomorrow, ready to go again.
Yeah, exactly right. I feel like we'll be ready to go. You know, there's a lot of excited guys in that locker room right now, and there's a lot of excited guys that, you know, are standing out here talking to you. So,
that's right.
You know, it's I think it's a really good thing. I mean, this would have been a tough one to come back from if we'd had a loss, you know, but we it was a great win, great team win. You know, overall, it was a great rounded win. You know, our JV got their first win today, too. So, you know, we were 2-0 today. That's what we talked about yesterday at practice. Let's go 2-0 tomorrow. You know, let's go 2-0. And, you know, we're going to try to do the same thing tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Congratulations,
right.
Coach.
Thanks, BJ.
Head coach Randy Huey, after his first career win as head coach of the Cardinals, it comes over to Nedrose, 84-65. Benny and I will come back with the numbers in just a moment, and there are some real nice numbers to look at when Cardinal basketball continues in just a moment.
Gar Dental in Carrington has your smile on the mind. Gar Dental specializes in orthodontics, cosmetic dentistry, teeth whitening, dental crowns and bridges, dental veneers, dental implants, general and family dentistry, root canals, clear aligner orthodontics, sedation dentistry, dentures, lasers, TMJ therapy, and wisdom teeth removal. Call Gar Dental today for family dentistry and beyond. Gar Dental in Carrington, 701-652-2300. Gar Dental wishes good luck to the Carrington Cardinals.
Your first car. It may have been a fixer-upper, but you treated it right. It was your own. That's how Showplace Cabinetry approaches each crafted piece. We deliver it to you with care because it's our own. Central City Lumber can help you choose the design of your dreams. Give them a test drive. This American-made cabinetry is adaptable to your unique style and built with pride. Every single piece is back for a lifetime. Bet you wish you had that deal on your car. Stop in at Central City Lumber of Carrington and let's build a beautiful kitchen or bath.
Carrington are on the board for the 25-26 season. They defeat Nedrose tonight, 84-65. Back inside the East Gym with Vinny Rappel. I am BJ Walters. Let's take a look at the numbers now. And yeah, big night for the 1-2 punch for Carrington. 26 a career high for Maddox McAloney, 20 for Talon Maring, 15 for Tate Wolski, 13 from Alec Threadgold, and 6 for Hayden Heigl. 2 points for Isaiah Otis. Starters scored 82 points tonight for Carrington. Really good number. There was balance for Nedrose, but nobody had a huge game. 13 for Jaden Willis, 11 each for David Hayes and for Seth Wolf, 9 points for Derek Heinert, 8 for Caleb Egan, 5 for Brixon Burkhardt, 4 points for Ramsey Pleshuk, and 3 each for Gavin Vignes and Ben Thal. There was 1 tie and 3 lead changes in the game. Nedrose led 6-2. Carrington went on a 10-0 run and never trailed again, led by as much as 21 in the latter stages of the game, and they win it 84-65 to improve to 1-3 on the season. Nedrose is 1-3 on the season, and our postgame continues with a day wrap-up right after this when Cardinal basketball continues in a moment.
Life is about moments, big or small, joyful or challenging. At Carrington Health Center, we believe everyone in our community deserves compassionate care close to home, so you can focus on enjoying those moments surrounded by the people you love. At our facility, we put the care in
physical therapy,
radiology,
love, acute care, clinic.
BJ Walters and Vinny Rappel back with you, wrapping up the evening. Let's talk about the girls' game. 43-32, Carrington over an undefeated Hazen team. You can bank that Carrington's going to defend every single night, and they did it again tonight.
Right, and I think that's the best part of their game is their defense, is because they're able to really control the floor on the defensive side of the ball, and offensively they're putting up a good amount of shots. They just got to get more of them to fall in.
And the boys' game, 84-65, 82 points by starters on a short bench tonight. Your overall thought on this one?
I thought Carrington was definitely able to get their confidence back, as they've had a rough couple games, but now they're riding on all cylinders. Even without one of their starters tonight, they were still able to make big impacts on the game, and Hayden Hoggle did a great job replacing the starter, and I think Hayden Hoggle could be a starter by the mid-season.
We will certainly see. Maddox McAloney made that 26 points look really easy, too.
He really did. I felt like all of his floaters shots that he made and all of his mid-range shots really went in. I don't know what the exact percentage was, but it's got to be really good.
Carrington are 1-3. So are Nedrose. And the Cardinals, you get some rest, Vinny, because the Cardinals are right back here, JV, on this floor at 11 a.m. tomorrow, which means Vinny has it for you. He'll be on the air about 10:55 on YouTube. I will be on the air at about 12:15 with the varsity game. Vinny and I will call the varsity game for you on radio. Our great thanks to everyone here at Carrington, including Superintendent Janelle Helm, High School Principal Connor Weber, and Athletics Director Carla Michelson. Now, speaking on behalf of them and our entire KDAK crew, including Vinny Rappel, my name is BJ Walters. A good day for Carrington. They win it on the girls' side over undefeated Hazen, 43-32, and the boys get their first win of the year, 84-65 over Nedrose. We thank you so much for joining us, and until tomorrow during the lunch hour, good night from the Central City.
Carrington Cardinal basketball has been brought to you by Gar Dental, Central City Lumber, CHI, St. Alexius Carrington Medical Clinic, Professional Eye Care Centers, Carrington Drug, Headlocks, Arrowwood Prairie Co-op, Beckett Insurance, Sendak, Bassett Motors, Bank Forward in Carrington, High Plains Equipment, Carrington Dental Care, Leading Edge Equipment, Dakota Central, Old National Bank, DJ's Home Center, Evans Funeral Home, Farmers Union Insurance, Randy Huey Agent, Retzlaff Seed and Supply, Napa Auto Parts, Jamestown Regional Medical Center, the Carrington Healthy Communities Coalition, Central Pharmacy, Central City H2O Plus, and Summit Physical Therapy. The proceeding has been a presentation of I3G Media Sports on 1600 100.1 The Cardinal.